chosen ones. Good morning, it's Monday, August 21st. Get your ass out of bed. We got things to do. Isn't this so cute? Yo, my Monday morning has been effed so far, but I just decided I'm not even gonna let it get to me. I'm just gonna keep going. You know what I mean? Like, that's like really the option that we got sometimes. Just to keep going. But completely missed one big doctor's appointment I've been waiting for months, and that I really need, and missed a deadline for getting booked for a modeling gig. So money down the drain, and with both of those right there. And I set an alarm, but I guess I missed it. It set on the notifications. Missed alarm, and I set it to like Olivia Rodrigo playing like Brutal for an alarm, like waking up, but guess I slept right through it because I didn't go to bed until like 3-4 a.m. ish. Just was creative and had energy and was up and enjoying the night, and getting some work done. And at 2 a.m. I filmed for episode 6 of Seriously Storytime, and I was on my way to go edit it, and it just somehow completely disappeared from my drive, which is like, what? Like, I remember clearly, like, and this is the second time this has happened, so that's why I decided I'm gonna do a video on it. But basically, I didn't even know that it wasn't there until it was completely gone. But like, I remember specifically, like, in the video, like at 9:07 I commented, oh, it's like 9:07, and like, and I was talking, and I was like doing episode 6 and like doing another video on really cool stuff, you know. And then at 25, like 25:38, something like that, it was around that time, and I clicked stop, and I like closed out, and I said like, stay safe, stay blessed, stay chosen, like outro, and then ended it right around 25. And I took my laptop and I like went to go like edit it, and like I was just gonna like go like lay down and like edit it like while and chill out, and then it just like wasn't in the drive. And that's like the second time it's happened, and like I don't have any alerts of my laptop that my storage space is critically low or anything like that. Like, so I really feel actually delighted by this opportunity, because it means to what it means to me when something doesn't work out and your like work is taken from you, you know, like in a way like that, or like say like you're writing a paper and the paper disappears without your work being saved. I'm sure we've all been there before. So you know, it's not the end of the world, but I was like, this is interesting, like this is motivating me more, and I'd like to expose everything that I go through. And while it does take quite a bit of documenting and you know, yeah, just basically like attention of my mind, I still think it's very, very important, because otherwise I stay silent about what I suffer as a targeted person, or you know, someone, yeah, like just underneath the strings of, I feel like sometimes they're like pulling the strings when they're getting stalking and stuff, because like it's a little intense, like, but if you take it in strides, like it can be handled. So I wanted to kind of make a video on we need to be relentless. We just need to be relentless. Kind of like unfazed, unbothered, and kind of like indifferent and stoic. So I fortunately have gotten used to how something just doesn't make sense, and it's like that moment of like, okay, this is absolutely not making any sense right now. But check it. There we go. I'm gonna kind of just like in my mind treat it like this is something I can handle. This is really not that big of a deal. This is something that's not going to get me down. And then you like continue that momentum of like, okay, well, let's just keep going, and there's bound to be other good things that happen, and oh well, I don't mind. It's gonna work out this way. And it's like keeping kind of like a cool exterior while there may be a lot going on underneath, like kind of like keeping that poker face. That's what that's called. Also, welcome to the Kimberly Ponce channel. If you're new, welcome. And if you've been here for a long time, then you're awesome, and I really appreciate you. And if you're here for the very first day ever of your entire life, then you're awesome, and I also really appreciate you. You guys know what I'm saying. Like, if you're here, if you liked the video on my channel, like, even once, I appreciate that. I'm serious, thank you. So, yeah. Basically, we gotta be relentless in this life. We gotta be relentless because, like, you know what's kind of funny? Is that I'm filming this video on top of a bucket, and it's like my toiletry, like, cosmetic bucket. I have, like, all my nail polish, tampons, and nail polish remover, and, like, eyebrow, like, perfume and stuff. This stuff is, like, in this bucket. Oh, yeah. So good. Stretch. Okay. And, it's what's resolute about right now is that it's literally, like, crabs in a bucket mentality. So, it's, like, when you are doing, like, hot mamacita, you know, like a tamale, you just, like, with jalapenos in it, you spicing it up, whatever it is that you're, like, super good at, you know, like, that's your flow, that's your jam. Like, if you're probably just good at life, you're probably just good at opening your eyes in the morning, and everything's, like, great, and, like, this is when they attack. They'll just, like the enemy, the gang stalker, the targeter, like, whatever, it could be whoever the enemy is, like, we all have different enemies, will attack at that time. But, like, Satan is what I'm kind of referring to in the spiritual warfare age. It's, like, usually what I'm always referring to in a metaphysical sense on this channel, on how to combat spiritual warfare. That's when Satan's gonna attack, because, of course, like, that's when you're feeling like, if you're looking a little too good, if you're sounding a little too good, he will intervene, do something to mess up your flow, get you off your game, make you feel not as spicy mommy, hot tamale, you know what I'm saying? For men out there, Satan will do something to make you feel not so manly, or make it so you're not, like, able to be the provider, or lie to you about how, you know, certain things about you, like the Satan will get vicious. Like, there's, like, he has no mercy. He has, like, absolutely no mercy. He will literally be vicious on how he lies and tricks your mind with lower versions of what it is you're willing to believe about yourself. That's all it is. And Satan's coming to talk to you, and he has his little intrusive thoughts. Like, he's just coming to test the water to see what it is you're willing to let him convince you to believe about yourself that you know isn't true. Like, you know that's, like, you're like, no. I am a son of God. I am a daughter of God. I am a good man for my family. I'm a good woman for my family. Like, whatever. Like, you know these things, and you're like, no, I've been a loyal partner. Like, do not place this person in front of me that's way too friendly, that's, like, promiscuous acting. Like, Satan will put other people, like, Satan will, like, the enemy in spiritual warfare is sophisticated. It will manifest in other forms. he's too smart, and he knows that we're too smart with Jesus to fall for something that looks clearly like the enemy. That's why in the Bible it says in sheep's clothing. You'll see the enemy be disguised and walk in sheep's clothing. So it really will seem like the charming, nice, harmless, wouldn't hurt a fly type of gal or guy that like then says things that don't make like you feel good, etc. And the enemy is so creative. I just have like my little plant. You guys watch me water my plant. I do it every morning. It's morning. I just woke up. I would say like 10 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago. And I was like, I'm feeling a little bummed out by missing my alarm, missing the deadline, because missing a deadline is no bueno. Like, I confirmed stuff, and so I just have to keep going with the flow. But there's weird things that like happen with the enemy attacks. Like, for example, last night too, like everything was uploading just fine to my profile for the agency I'm signed with, and then I had one deadline that I was working on at 4 a.m. and it was due by 10 a.m. And I didn't get this assignment until like Friday evening, and so I got already like checked out for the weekend, so like I didn't know. And then it just like wasn't uploading those photos like that I needed. Like the media was requested for that assignment and submitting for a project, and for like getting booked, and like this is how I make money. So this is like I need to make these happen, and it's just funny that when we're on like the tip of a breakthrough, like devil or the enemy will certainly come through and like do some stuff to throw you off your game, completely take away a 25-minute video that you filmed that was an entire episode of a new creative content idea you've been working on. I'm not sure how these things like happen, like God let it happen. God lets it happen. That's how. So there's always, what's cool about the day too, and like going into this week, is that there's always one way to. When we're going through something, it's really beautiful that is the time where God actually, I think, yearns for us to come to Him. I mean, He doesn't yearn because like God is God, like He doesn't need anything, but I think that He absolutely adores it when we lean on Him when we're going through those hard times. I think that He absolutely like loves if we progress in our relationship with Him. If we like progress in our relationship with Him while we're not feeling well, I think that He really loves that. And everything about staying relentless and having to be relentless in this life is definitely okay. I think I got me. Let's go. You just have to be relentless, because this enemy's gonna come in and like swoop up things that you just worked really hard on, and you just gotta be like, cool, I can do this again. Like, it's your ability to create or do the thing that you can do. It's your skill you've developed, or it's this blessing that God has gifted you with. Whatever it looks like for you. Maybe you're a talented chef. Maybe you're really good at organizing and you're going to be like the best office manager in that city. Like, when you get the degree and graduate and you want to go do this computer science program. Like, everyone has different interests. Like, whatever it is that you feel like God is like giving you that extra ability and like strength, that's something you enjoy as well. Like, follow that, follow your passion. You know, it's only gonna like bring really, 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 really solid good results. So you gotta be a little like what do you call it? Scrappy almost to like keep up, because like if you're on this path of being chosen, you're likely of a strong heart and not of a faint heart, because there's things that happen along this path that would take a lot of people's breath away, and it has taken my breath away a couple of times. Nice to wake up with you guys. Drinking some coffee. Getting my day started. I'm feeling so good, y'all. I'm feeling so good. Like, that's what I'm saying is, like, when they know you're feeling good, that's when they're gonna strike. Like, and if they're, like, trying to stop you from doing stuff, that's when you know you're doing something good and to keep going. And don't take it as discouragement, even though it is discouraging. It certainly is. For example, one of the things the other day, one of my favorite all-time dresses, like, yeah, I think it's like my favorite all-time dress right now, was like on the floor of my closet. But I had hung it up very precisely with like holding it and like admiring it for at least like 10 minutes. Or at least like 10 minutes just like admiring this dress and like making sure it was hung up with its like strings on the hanger, and then like it looked a certain way like in the closet, and I hung it up exactly because I thought it looked elegant the way it like hung down low, and it's beautiful, like gorgeous, like it's like my favorite dress. And I just don't know how it got from like, it was literally like specifically wrapped around the hanger, and I just don't see, I'm not even in the closet like roaming around that much for it to like bump off and fall off. So there's things that happen sometimes that I can't quite explain. And like there's certain areas of this apartment specifically that feel a little sketch, and like things like weird little energy shifts happen like in these like certain pockets of my apartment. But like the other night, like too, like I was like falling asleep, and like right as I was aware that like I wasn't alone, you know, like that feeling, my ukulele cover just like fell off the TV, but like it never falls off. I don't know, it never falls off the TV. So like there will be like weird things, like things that just don't make sense along this journey, and if you're chosen, like this is gonna happen. And I kind of wanted to make a video that was like, you gotta be relentless, like you gotta I have to share this. Like, another YouTuber describes it as having a little bit like dog in you, and you gotta fight. And I was thinking about like, that's kind of true. Like in life, you do have to like kind of bare your teeth and show let others hear your growl when you mean business. Like you do have to have like that dog in you and like fight. So I want to make a video that's like relentless. Like you gotta be relentless, and you do, because I think in the past I used to get so upset when little things like done against me that were clearly of the enemy like happened. But now I'm like, cool. That's confirmation that I'm about to go higher to a new echelon. Because like whenever something of yours is taken away, like God is gonna bless you double if it's taken away like from the enemy, and it's like, and it's something that you were doing to get you more and more on your higher path and purpose. Satan doesn't like that at all, so he will straight up take it away. Actually, Satan wants you to be dead, and he wants to destroy you. What Satan would like is if actually you just like slowly rotted away for life. But in some situations, he'll just want you to die quicker, so he'll send death to you, but then God like will come at the last minute and like save you, and like we don't even know that these things are happening like underneath the layers of the world. And you know, it's vicious out there. So in the realm of all things, one lost video, a 25-minute video, I was wearing a dress. That was probably like the only thing that is missing in this video. Is like I'm waking up and this is literally like comfortable pajamas or whatever, like gym wear. So the only thing different is like I'm not wearing a dress in this video, but you gotta like just stay on that steady wave. Stay on that steady wave. And don't let them get you down. And keep doing what you're doing. Stick to that routine that works really well for you. And you gotta be relentless. You gotta be relentless. It's exhausting. And I know that some of the stuff that may be happening to you or has happened to you, like, you did not deserve. And I know it is exhausting to continue to have to, like, put in double the work just because Satan hates what your progress and what it is you're doing so much that there's some little things that he's done that have made you less successful, as not as successful as you could have been. And that's the whole point. Satan sees what God put in you. And he sees that you're getting little small glimpses of your future and it's beautiful. And he sees that you're able to see and hear and like get this intuition of the holy love and peace feeling of how the Holy Spirit filled in your spirit, in your heart and your soul. Satan does not want that. He's like, oh man, that's happening right now? Like, well, we're like blown out of the water at this point, if that's what's happening. So he'll go back behind the scenes and like talk to his other demons. He's like, yo, like this girl just got baptized. And they're like, all the other demons are like, what? No! Oh man! And they like crack open a beer and then they cheers. They're like, okay, how are we gonna bring so-and-so down? Okay, yeah, well, you're right. That didn't work out last time because she's too strong or he's just, way too determined. Nothing's gonna bother him. Nothing's gonna get to her. And they like cheers again, like talk about other ideas, and then, well, maybe we can target them in this way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, demons and Satan, like, there's literally people operating in the world. Like, when you and I are living our regular lives, people, I hate to say it, but like the truth is so disgusting. But like, every couple of seconds, something like really morbid and awful happens in the world. Like, it could be a death or a rape or a woman losing her life to her partner, some type of assault, some type of miscarriage, some type of sad tragedy. And so while we're like living our lives, like, there's also the darker world operating, like, unbeknownst to us, like, while we like roam and like walk along and do our thing. Like, there are meetings between very powerful bad people, whether it be virtual or in person, that organize your demise and your lack of motivation and your destruction, because that's how hot you's doing, right? So you gotta be relentless. Like, this is the reality. I'm here to share the truth with y'all. You gotta be relentless and don't let their tactics get you down, because all it is just more and more motivation that you're really doing so hot that they're willing to take it away. Because if it were to reach the world, it'd be too powerful and too prophetic and too impactful. See, like, what God has got planned for you, it's huge. It's going to impact the world. And Satan doesn't want you to get on that train. He doesn't want you to even think about getting on that train. He wants you to continue smoking. He wants you to continue drinking. He wants you to continue self-fornicating. He wants you to continue using pornography. He wants you to continue overeating, overspending, bad habit this, bad habit that. He wants you to destroy yourself as a degenerate. He doesn't want you to finish what it is that you think that you should finish in order to feel like your best self, whatever that may be. A project you're working on, he doesn't want you to feel adequate. He doesn't want you to feel worthy. Satan is all the opposite of the things that God wants for you, and God is the love for you, and God is like that soft cushion we can lean into. Don't go to Satan in times of feeling low for feeling better. Because when you're playing with Satan, you are playing dirty. And that's just not a route you want to go. It'll be a lot harder to get out of and get back on the right path. And especially the more and more amount of times that you go off on the wrong path, the harder it is to get back on the right path. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Stay relentless. You just keep fighting. This is Monday morning, this is the beginning of the week, a little bit of motivation, a little bit of reality of sharing with you what it'd be like in this time of spiritual warfare. I love you all so much. Thank you so much for tuning in, and comments and the likes and the subscribes. All that recently has been amazing. Seriously, really appreciate it. Really excited about the growth of the channel. So yeah, have a great rest of your day. We'll tune in later for more content. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay chosen. Peace.